Watch Off the Clock today at 2 on KTLA 5.
Now at noon, heavy rainfall has triggered several small mudslides in the Palisades burn area, and more storms could be on the way. Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. PCH is closed while Caltrans crews work to clear the minor storm damage.
The burn areas are not out of the woods yet. It looks like more rain is heading our way. We have live team coverage this afternoon. Kimberly Chang will show us the damage in the Palisades area. But first, Kai Goldberg is here with your first forecast.
No, thanks very much, Glenn Lou. Hello, everybody, and good afternoon to you, one and all. We're seeing the showers beginning to wind down somewhat for L.A., Ventura, Santa Barbara County, but it's still rather wet out there, and especially as we make our way down towards Orange County, the Inland Empire. A little bit of a closer look, you can see this line of energy. It extends all the way down towards the southern Orange County coastline near the Dana Point community, San Clemente as well. And as we make our way up over the Santa Ana, some of those foothill communities, Majeska, Trabuco, those canyons are continuing to pick up some light showers, which are now making their way into Temecula, Lake Elsinore, the Murrieta areas. And as we travel further north into Corona, Riverside, Loma Linda, San Bernardino, up to Crestline, as you can see there on the left-hand side of your screen, once again, continuing to pick up some light showers. And then finally up to Big Bear, where we're looking at a little bit of a mix of rain and snow. This is not a snow event by any stretch of the imagination. Winds are quite light across much of Southern California for the time being, and we've got some wind advisories as we make our way a little bit further up north and towards that 395 corridor, Barstow, Victorville. However, once again, we're not out of the woods. We're still seeing widely scattered showers, which is dangerous, and of course, bad news for many of the burn scar areas here in Southern California. One of those areas, that's the Pacific Palisades, and that's where our KTLA's Kimberly Chang is, and she's been there as we've seen a couple of mudslides, Kimberly.
Kai, yes, Caltrans says most of them were manageable, but there was a rather large one right behind me up the road. Now, Pacific Coast Highway, this part of it remains closed. If you take a look behind me here, this is PCH and Entrada. You can see traffic enforcement is being done here because PCH just up the road from here is closed due to that mudslide that occurred overnight. Take a look at this video. The mudslide happened on PCH just north of Big Rock Drive in the Malibu area. Crews used a bulldozer to clear the road, and this morning Caltrans said they removed roughly 10 truckloads of debris, and there's more on the shoulder drying out. A geotechnical team is going to survey the area right now to decide if and when it'll reopen, but so far no timeline is available. Caltrans said PCH remains closed from Chautauqua Boulevard to Carbon Canyon Road. Now, the area had just reopened earlier in the week and it's closed again. Caltrans asking people to avoid this area if they can until it reopens. Meanwhile, rain also caused problems in the Pacific Palisades. Crews prepared ahead of the rain and used K-rails to redirect mud and debris flow along Palisades Drive, but there was just too much. It overflowed along Palisades Drive north of Sunset Boulevard. So there's extra work for crews today cleaning up the roadways. I spoke with LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath this morning about some of the interventions they're using to prevent stormwater erosion as heavier rain is expected in the forecast for next week.
We have deployed throughout Los Angeles County, including on the PCH, hundreds of feet of K-rail. We've deployed sandbags for both regional use as well as for personal use. There are silt socks, there are wattles that have been distributed. I think we have acquired most of them west of the Mississippi in advance of all of this wet weather.
And back here live again, PCH is closed to the public right now because of that mudslide and debris flow, but Palisades residents will be able to access Chautauqua using the passes that they have for now. But again, people being asked to avoid this area if they can by Caltrans. We're also told that residents who are preparing for more rain on the way, that they're able to pick up sandbags, and that's available at La Costa Post Office if you need them. Reporting live here in Pacific Palisades, Kimberly Chang, KTLA 5 News.
All right, thank you, Kimberly. More student walkouts of protest of President Trump's immigration and deportation policies.
This is the 6th day of protest involving hundreds of students from different schools across the Southland. KTLA 5's Orange County Bureau Chief Chip Yost is live in Buena Park High School with more on the walkout there. Hi, Chip.
Yeah, hello there. Yeah, we do have a walkout going on right now here at Buena Park High School, kind of like we've got going on in other areas, a little bit of a different twist here at Buena Park High School. Talk more about that in a moment, but first let's show you some video from some of the other schools around the Southland, starting with Bernstein High School. You see Bernstein High School right there, students walking out there, as well as in Pacoima and downtown LA. We're seeing events, and I got texted that there's one going on in Long Beach. So all over the place, we've got students walking out to protest President Trump's immigration policies, and like I said, we have it going on here at Buena Park High School too. Let's show you some video from Buena Park High here. This one started this morning. A bunch of students walked out. Some others have been joining them throughout the morning and into the afternoon. Now, I said there's a bit of a twist to this one. That is, this one was largely sparked, while they are protesting some of President Trump's immigration policies, this one was largely sparked, students say, by some social media postings by a Buena Park High employee, apparently a teacher's aide, according to students. According to students, that teacher's aide posted on social media some comments about burning Mexican flags. They said they don't think the comments were appropriate, and they want to see that employee of the high school fired. Here's more from a couple of the students.
Everybody's here against her because, one, she's being racist to all Latinos and saying that she's going to burn out our wonderful flag. Our flag represents many things. Our blood of our Aztecs, the white for peace, and the green for our wonderful nature in Mexico.
All of us are out here because we have a teacher that's not even a teacher that comes to our school talking about threatening us and our flags.
Now, we did reach out to the high school. They put us in touch with the Fullerton School District here, the school district that oversees the high school. We reached out to them as well, left a message, but so far have not heard back. For now, reporting live here in Buena Park, I'm Chip Yost, KTLA 5 News.
Chip, thank you. Well, the flu is now outpacing COVID this season, signaling things may be finally returning back to the trends we saw every year before the COVID-19 pandemic.
KTLA 5's Rachel Minitoff live now in Hollywood with what doctors are seeing. Rachel?
Glenn, Lou, yes, there is something called viral interference, and it's when one virus kind of pushes out all of the other viruses. This is one reason why we might be seeing higher rates of flu and why COVID cases have remained relatively mild at the moment. But there have been an alphabet soup of all kinds of viruses that doctors are seeing and treating. And leading the pack is by far influenza. If you look at LA County labs, positive influenza cases hit 26% at last check. This is significantly higher than the peaks from prior seasons, and it's still trending upwards. Deaths related to the flu are also surpassing the past 4 flu seasons. As of January 25th of this year, 2.4% of deaths in California, 484 people were attributed to the flu. And there's no definitive answer as to why this might be happening, but doctors are certainly noticing a trend.
In 2020, 2021, 2022, the only virus that we saw was SARS-CoV-2 that caused COVID-19. That pretty much made all the other viruses disappear. And fortunately, as the vaccine came out for it and as people got vaccinated and developed natural immunity, we've been seeing less and less of those infections. And now I think we're kind of back to our baseline where influenza kind of rules. Influenza and RSV are the predominant viruses in the wintertime.
And we also talked about why COVID cases might be